Hello, welcome to another vlog. It's been a little while. I've been like sick off and on in June, and so I haven't really picked up the camera that much, but here we are coming to you with my natural hair today. I tried out like a new like wavy hair routine thing. I think it worked out pretty good. Jump scare, I have curly wavy hair. I don't know, there's like all these like you can be like a 2A, 2B, C, whatever. I don't really know what I am. My hair's more wavy than curly, I guess, by that scale. I don't know, but I tried a new routine with some like curl products. I still got a little bit of frizz, but it's what we're working with today. I also have like, I still have my bangs because I'm growing them out and they're very funny. They just kind of floop. I don't know. We're leaving it because it's summer and I'm quite lazy with doing my hair lately, and it's been getting quite damaged. I had to trim all the ends and I still feel like some of it is really damaged from heat styling. So I'm gonna try to do this a little bit more. But this did quite work out. This is like after I slept on it and refreshed it this morning. I think it actually also was pretty good. Like if I didn't have time to refresh it, it would have been still not bad. So pretty impressed with this new routine. Anyway, blabbing aside, I wanted to talk to you about the two books I'm reading this week. I first wanted to talk to you about Umbria and Shadow. This is by Patricia A. McKillop. I recently found out about her books. She's a fantasy writer. I think most of her books came out in the 90s. This is amazing. The world, at least of this story, is so beautiful and lush. She has this way of telling us about the world in like just so few sentences, but you get such a clear image. Everything is covered in jewels and baubles and things feel so unique and imaginative. It reminds me almost of like Howl's Moving Castle. Like you know the scene, if you've seen that movie, where Sophie goes into Howl's room and there's all this like jewels and things hanging everywhere, and it's kind of like this wizard's treasure trove kind of room. That's what a lot of this feels like. I'm just absolutely loving it. And then I'm also reading The Woman in White. I really wanted to continue my summerween spooky time, as I always do. This is The Woman in White by Wilkie Collins. This is from 1860, and it's kind of it's a mystery. I thought it'd be more of a ghost story than it is, but maybe it will get there. I'm actually reading this on my Kindle just because this is a used copy I got and it has the Edward Gorey cover, and I already ripped it a little bit when I took it with me in my bag, and so now I'm afraid to actually read from it, so I'm just kind of trying to keep my place, although I haven't updated it in a while. I'm a little bit farther. I think I'm about here or something. Oh, maybe not. Maybe about here. This feels very much like a combination of Jane Austen and Sherlock Holmes. I'm loving it. I think if you're not a big like Jane Austen, this type of society fan, it might not be for you, but it is a very fun like mystery as well, and it is quite funny with like the little, why I liken it to Jane Austen is it has these little commentaries on society of the time that are kind of like humorous in the way Jane Austen used to do. So anyway, those are my two books I've been reading, but I am going to try to focus on this today and finish it if I can. I'm gonna treat myself to a matcha later this afternoon, I think, or some sort of fun drink or something. I would like to go to like a cafe or something or sit outside and read this, so that is the plan for later. couch this morning. I've been up for a while, but I'm like very hungover. It was Canada Day yesterday, and I thought, let's get a little wine, have some spritzers. We went for a long walk after lunch. We went out for lunch at Granville Island Market, which is Granville Island's like one of my favorite places in Vancouver. I think one day I'm gonna make a whole video about it, where to go and everything. It's literally just perfect. The best place to go. So we went there for lunch, went for a walk, and then we came home and I wanted to get a little bit of white wine. We made some spritzers, played some video games. A perfect afternoon. But I'm a little hungover with a little bit of a headache. So the coffee is much needed this morning. I'm actually on this like, not really health, but lifestyle change. I've dealt with anxiety like most of my life, especially all of my adult life. I've been making a lot of progress this year with like therapy and things like that, but I needed a huge change. So I'm making all these lifestyle changes. One of them is being very, very restrictive on the amount of caffeine, but especially the amount of coffee I'm drinking. I used to drink 2 cups of coffee on an empty stomach in the morning and start my day that way, and then sometimes have another coffee in the afternoon, or a latte or an espresso or a Americano or something when I go out. We're not doing that anymore. That's not okay. I'm now eating breakfast before coffee, and I can only have 1 cup of coffee a day. If I have an afternoon coffee, it has to be decaf, but we are also very much limiting that. Tea is available and is great. I don't always have to be drinking 1,000 million cups of coffee. The other thing is really sticking to a movement routine. I've always kind of tried to work out at home. I like to do Pilates, which I know has its own connotations around it. And this year I've been trying to walk a lot more, especially this summer. But now I'm being even more crazy about it. Honestly, just the coffee and that makes a huge difference. So I'm trying to walk. I'm not being like crazy about it, but I'm trying to walk between 5,000 and 10,000 steps every day, if I can. That doesn't always happen. Sometimes it's raining, sometimes I'm tired, sometimes there's not enough time in the day. But at least like 4 times a week, I'm trying to walk at least 10,000 steps, which I think is doable. And then I've been doing Pilates about 3 times a week, and we also purchased some weights, which has actually been really fun. I'm really enjoying doing like weights for upper arms. I never bother doing upper arms because I don't like doing push-ups and that kind of thing, but the weights are really fun. I actually do really like doing it. I feel a great sense of accomplishment when I finished my workout. So, oh, the other step in what I'm doing is I'm trying to stay off my phone. I have a lock on TikTok for after half an hour every day. It locks me out. You can ignore it. Sometimes I do, but I am trying to stick to the half hour, or at least it notifies me, you've been on this for half an hour, maybe don't use it anymore today. And I find that helps me to really be aware of how much I'm actually on my phone, and it has reduced my screen time. So anyway, that's the update on that. Last time I talked to you, I was trying to finish this up. I didn't end up finishing this. A lot of things got away from me. I had to do some applications for some like volunteer position, and that took me longer than I thought, and I had some other like, you know, house stuff to do, and the day ran away from me. And then yesterday was Canada Day, so Tim had the day off and we were kind of hanging out. So I didn't do much reading. I think I maybe read 20 pages yesterday. I'm reading a bit this morning, and I've only got like 30-40 pages left, so I'm gonna finish this up this morning. And then beyond that, today is a pamper day. I need to do my nails. They are bare. I took off last week's set last night so that my nails could kind of breathe a little bit. Okay, anyway, that's me this morning. I finished Umbria and Shadow the other day, but I've just realized I didn't update you. That was lovely. Patricia A. McKillop? I think she's one of my new favorite fantasy authors. It just felt like such a breath of fresh air to number one read a standalone romance, to number one read a standalone fantasy, a cozy one that still had like a plot. And not to be negative about cozy fantasy books, I do love those as well, but I think sometimes they can have very gentle plot lines, which I guess is kind of the point of them. But this felt like a cozy fantasy that still had a plot and an enemy and like some drama, but it wasn't like full out war. And like sometimes when I'm reading fantasy books I can get like anxiety because we're like preparing for battle and the stakes are so high and things are so bad, and this felt like, yes, there are things at stake. There are evil forces, there are children that are in danger, and so there is that kind of heightened thing of if things go wrong, the kingdom will be in chaos. But it was told in a way that still felt kind of cozy and fairy tale like, and I ate it up. I already took out another one of her books from the library. I'll talk about it in a second. If you like T. Kingfisher's fantasy, I've only read I think one or two of theirs, but this had a similar vibe, and so I think you would probably like it. Or Holly Black, like The Cruel Prince, and you want something more like adult fantasy. It had that kind of lush, very filled out quality of the world, and also like the way the magic works and stuff felt almost like fairyland like. And so anyway, with that being said, I did take another one of her books out of the library. So I want to show it to you. So, sorry, I've got like paint. These are like paint flecks on my table and like watermarks. I need to clean it. This is the book I took out. So Something Rich and Strange by Patricia McKillop. And it also features Brian Froud, Fairylands. And so it has a story written by Patricia McKillop. Where does it start? So it's an actual novel written by McKillop, but it features the art of Brian Froud. I think, at least, oh my god, somebody's vacuuming outside. I may be wrong. I believe that she wrote this story inspired by some of his artwork. I feel like I grew up with my mom having a lot of this artwork at home. I think she had a book of his, or maybe like a tarot card set. I can't remember, but I feel like you probably recognize this if you are into that kind of thing. His art is very beautiful. And so within the story are some of his art pieces, which I thought was very cool. Yeah, he has beautiful artwork. And I believe the story is about an artist who kind of falls into this underwater, I'm assuming, fairyland. So it's a short little book. I'll obviously update you when I finish it. Hello. So I wanted to give you a little reading update. It's been a little while. I also wanted to show you my finished painting. Let me go grab it. Oh, here she is. I'm gonna hang it on the wall. I used to paint a lot, but now I'm fairly I am fairly new in general to like painting larger pieces like this. This is acrylic. Acrylic is what I usually, it's where I'm comfortable. That's where we're at for now. But I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be like sealing them. So if you know, please let me know. I think I am. But I'm gonna hang it where like the sun doesn't come in, so that hopefully it'll be okay. But I think I do need to seal it with something. Yeah. I'm very proud of it, very happy with how it turned out and the color choices, and yeah, I'm gonna be hanging it up above the TV later. I guess I should sign it. I never sign my artwork, which maybe isn't a very good thing. I wanted to update you on some of the books I've been reading this week to kind of close out this video. So this morning I have such an ugly copy of this book. I wish I had like a cool used copy. This is what I have. I can't even remember where I got this. It must have been cheap or something and I just picked it up, but at least this looks cool. So we're saying this is what my copy looks like. I started We Have Always Lived in the Castle. I've only ever read, obviously, The Lottery. I think everybody's read that. And The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. I love the show, The Haunting of Hill House. I love House on Haunted Hill, the one with, what's his name? Vincent Price. I'm a real huge Vincent Price fan. Very kind of loosely based on The Haunting of Hill House. Same with the show. If you've seen the show, it's very loosely based on the book, but the book is also amazing. And then this morning I started We Have Always Lived in the Castle. Now only on page 63 because I thought I would be able to read this whole thing today. That was kind of my plan, but we're already at 3 o'clock. I'm probably only gonna read realistically maybe 30 more pages because I'm just doing a ton of chores. Like I had to wash my hair today, I had to go to the bank, I had to do a bunch of stuff. I had to wait at the bank for like half an hour. And now I'm doing laundry, which is like in our laundry room, not like in the apartment. So it takes a bit of time. And then I have to cook dinner and stuff, and I wanna watch Love Island tonight. And Tim and I are playing, we've moved on to Dark Souls 3. We skipped 2 because we don't really like 2. We might go back and play it if we've still got the Dark Souls itch once we've done 3. But we finished 1, moved on to 3. So we probably are going to play that tonight. So I probably won't realistically read that much more of this today. But wow, I'm really enjoying it. This might be one of my favorite reads of the year, predicting that now. On the little book train, I'm also reading Wide Sargasso Sea by Jean Reese. I think that's how you say her name. This one I'm not too far in. I'm only on page 17. I've been like every once in a while picking this up in the morning. This past little bit it's been all over the place. I had a busy weekend, so, and I think I only started this on Saturday, potentially. I did like a poll on Instagram if I should read this or Interview with the Vampire. This one by like 1 vote. So I'm gonna read this. I think once I'm finished all these books, I'll start on Interview with the Vampire. But I'm reading a lot of more like classics at the moment, which is fine. I love a classic, but usually I like to read like a modern book and a classic at the same time. And so now I'm just stockpiling classics. So I really want to try to finish at least 2 of these before I put another classic book in. I usually like to kind of read a little bit of the old, a little bit of the new at the same time. That kind of keeps my attention better. But Wide Sargasso Sea is based on a character from Jane Eyre, and I'm a huge Jane Eyre fan. I love that book so much. So I am enjoying this a lot. I'm just kind of savoring it and reading it slowly. And then I'm still reading The Woman in White. I hate this stupid cover. But this was 70 cents, the Kindle version, so what can you do? It's 70 cents. I'm not gonna pay more to have a better cover. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end the video there because I have been filming this vlog for quite a while. You will also start to see some more like sit down videos on my channel. I have a bunch of stuff I wanna do, so I'm just gonna do that because I'm really just having fun. And this is a great creative outlet for me. I love to film little things, and so it's been fun to put them together. And I'm glad some people are watching. That makes me really happy. If you wanna, like, if there's more of something you wanna see, please let me know. Because I'm just doing whatever I want at the moment. Whether or not it's good or not good. Yeah, that is it for me for this week. I will see you next time.